This is episode 23 of the Living Luppy podcast, Extreme Weight Loss 3-month check-in. I'm starting over and I'm older and I'm wiser times 50 years. Welcome to the Living Luppy podcast, where a fat musician fights to lose 200 pounds and learns a whole lot of lessons along the way. And now, weighing in at 416 pounds with a total weight loss of 38 pounds, here he is, your host, me. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Living Luppy podcast. My name is Luppy, and I am the host here, the leader, the dude who talks a lot on the podcast, and I am glad you guys are tuning in. This is a podcast about health and fitness, and it's from the perspective of a fat dude, and that is me. I am a fat dude, and I am trying to lose some weight and get healthy. Most importantly, get healthy and feel better and figure this stuff out. So that's what we do here every week, is we talk about, and by we, I mean I talk about what I accomplished this last week, whether good or bad, and try to figure out why I do the things I do. And it's good. We just have a good darn time. So, thanks for tuning in. Hey, if you haven't been yet, make sure you head on over to livingluppy.com. That is the website and home for the show. And you can get lots of more info there. You can watch other podcast episodes, watch my Luppy Daily videos, and get some other information. It's just a nice place to hang out. So go on over to livingluppy.com, check that out, and say hi while you're there. You can leave a comment or send a message, so feel free to say hi. And also, if you're a fan of the podcast, head on over to iTunes and subscribe, rate, and review there. You can subscribe to the podcast on iTunes and listen to it right in your whatever podcast player you use, or the podcast app on the old iPhones there. But anyway, subscribe there, and if you could leave us a 5-star rating, that would help too. That helps us move up the ranks. And check that out. If you're watching this on YouTube or on the website or wherever, there should be a link down below for the iTunes link that you can hit and subscribe there. So check that out. All right, let's get into the show, man. Every week I weigh in, and I did that this morning. Well, actually, I didn't do it this morning. I'm recording this at night. So I actually just weighed in tonight, which is not ideal. I usually try to weigh in the morning before I eat, but just had to do it this way today. So I weighed in tonight. Let's see how it went. There it is, 416 pounds, and that's a total weight loss of 38 pounds. Now, I have a couple thoughts about that. I weighed in tonight. That would have been lower if I weighed in the morning, because actually in my Weight Watchers meeting, I lost 1 pound, but I figured I'd be right around, right around where I was last week, not gaining or losing. So it says I gained a couple pounds, but I think that's just because it's nighttime and it's a little different. Because actually this last week was really good. I've been making some big changes in my diet, and the biggest thing was trying to get out dairy so I could go 100% plant-based and vegan, whole food, plant-based diet. I have finally gotten the dairy out of my diet. It's been really hard. Cheese was really hanging on for a long time. But I just made it a priority to do this. This is what I believe in. This is what I believe is a healthy way to eat. and the way I want to eat and the way I enjoy eating, and I just have to get there. So I really made a commitment to do it, and so that was my goal this week more than losing weight. I pretty much didn't really track my calories or points or anything this week. I just wanted to eat good, whole food, plant-based foods, eat when I was hungry, try not to overeat, and get the dairy out. So I did that, and I feel really good about it. I feel like I've gotten it out, and now I'm ready to pursue, to go from here. And now I can work a little bit more on the point and calorie count. And basically it's just I ate a lot of chips and hummus. That's really what it was. Chips and hummus and popcorn. Now, I air popped my popcorn, or at least I do now. A couple times I used oil, but now I'm air popping without oil, so it's better. But still, the calories add up. I was just eating too many calories, mainly at night. So that's the next thing to work on. I'm not going to completely cut out the snacking, but I just want to be able to maybe do it a little less, and do it in healthier ways. I actually made some hummus, and I made my own tortilla chips, so I baked them without any oil. And the hummus I made has no oil in it, so it's way less fat, like almost no fat, and way less calories. So I'm trying to do stuff like that to decrease some calories and really clean up the stuff I'm eating. So I'm working on trying to knock out the oil and just use a lot less oil and a lot less added sugar. So those are my next kind of focuses. So yeah, I'm feeling really good about what I'm eating. I love what I eat. I have so many different recipes and stuff that I love, and I don't feel deprived at all. I eat till I'm full. I eat when I'm hungry. I have good snacks that I can eat. So it's awesome. I really love this way of eating, and I'm just super happy that I've been able to get the dairy out, because I feel a lot better when I'm not eating dairy. So that is the dealio on that. I think, the weight loss is going to come for sure, but it's not really my focus anymore. My focus is on how I feel and, repairing some of the damage maybe I've done, or helping my body repair, some of the physical ailments I've been having. That's my focus, to feel better. So I am working on that, and it feels great, and I feel very optimistic about the future. My nose is itching. Okay, there it is. All right, and so, it's awesome. So let's get into the battle notes. Battle notes. These are the battle notes. All right, in the battle notes, we are going to talk about Luppy's extreme weight loss. So I don't know how many of you have been watching the podcast for a while, but about 3 months ago, I did an episode inspired by the TV show Extreme Weight Loss, and I decided that I was going to lose 234 pounds in 1 year, and I was just going to go for it. And I made all these goals, and I had 4 phases, and the first phase ended on October 9th. So it's time to check in with our first phase progress, which is 3 months. Now, I did not reach my goal, because after I got into it for a couple weeks, I realized I didn't want to lose weight that fast. And I wanted to just eat good food and start moving more and just work on it on a slower pace. Just because that was going to be what was more sustainable for me. So that changed my goals a little bit. I was still trying to get to 100 pounds lost in 3 months, but I always kind of knew I wasn't going to get there. So I check in today. Instead of 100 pounds lost, I am at 38 pounds lost, which I'm really happy with and excited about. And I think I'm doing this at a pace that is healthy, and I'm eating good food, and that's what counts, and I'm moving more. So I did fall, 62 pounds short of my goal, but I kind of knew that was coming anyway. I still feel really good about where I'm at, and I want to set a more reasonable goal for phase 2. So I'm still calling it Luppy's extreme weight loss, because I am going to lose 234 pounds, and that's extreme, But I am not trying to do it in 1 year anymore. I think I'm going to try to take 2 or 3 years and get it done. So the goal is to just be making progress, be eating better foods, be cleaning up my diet, and be moving more. And then, yes, losing weight for sure. So my goal for the next 3 months for phase 2 is to lose 32 pounds. I want to lose 32 more pounds. So that'll be a total of 70 pounds lost. So in the next 3 months, which I didn't do the math. When's the date? January 7th, 2017. So January 7th, I will check in for sure. And I want to be at a total weight loss of 70 pounds, which will be a weight of, I wrote all these down because I can't do the math on the spot, 384 pounds. So 384 is where I'm trying to get to. So that's basically 10 pounds a month, which I think is really doable and healthy. And so that's kind of what I'm shooting for. So phase 2, 70 pounds loss, so total. So I feel good about that. So that's kind of where I'm at. You know, I got all gung-ho, and I'm glad I did because it really made me kind of really commit to this process more. And that was really good. And I wrote down my fitness board. Here, I'll show you. Can you see it? Over there on the wall. I have all my goals and stuff over there. But over here, that's my fitness board with my goals here at the bottom and, you know, what I want to lose and then a pound counter. But I am really glad I made that. It's really nice to have the visual and to be able to see it. And so now I stare at it every day and I'm working on it. And originally it was 4 phases, which was 1 year, but I don't know, maybe I'll change it to 8 phases and make it 2 years. Right now I'm just taking it 1 phase at a time. But my goal is still the same, to lose 234 pounds and to weigh 220. So that is what I'm working on. I feel really good about it, and I'm excited to get there. So I hope you guys will hang with me through the whole process, and I think it's going to be fun, and we're going to learn a lot. So that is the deal. I am excited about that, and I will keep you posted. All right, so we are going to take a quick break and hear a word from our sponsor. If you want to get a hold of me, you can do so at livingluppy@gmail.com. Twitter is livingluppy, and facebook.com/livingluppy. That's us on Facebook. Of course, you can go to the website, which is livingluppy.com. But yeah, stop by, say hi. Let's hang out. Let's hang out online and chat. All right, great. So yeah, do that. In the meantime, we're going to take a quick break, and I'll be right back.
What do you hear at a SkyWest Trio show? Something like this.
No diggity. I like the way you work it. No diggity. I like to bang it up, shorty. Get down, get loud. Baby got them up in all of the town. Straight to this, you don't play around. Cover much ground. Got game by the pound. Crisscross, I make it jump, jump. The man gotta make it jump, jump. The daddy gotta make it jump, jump. Crisscross, I make it jump, jump. Don't try to compare us to another bad little man on the fan. And I'm gonna give you something that you never had. I make you want to jump, wiggle and shake you rump. He's like you giving the flavors that make you want to jump. Out the kitchen, mama rolling that body, got every man in the wish. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. It's Friday night, and I feel alright.
For more information on St. Louis's premier party band, visit www.skywesttrio.com.
Feels like you're gasping for air, kinda. Just like you're gasping for air, you need to feed the hope to start the repair and stop gasping for the air out there. I used to run in circles with my life on hold. I used to eat the pie with no olive mold, but after years of fear, that plan got old. I had to rearrange. It's strange how you find your own. I can't believe the road and how many times I've been told, or how many dimes I spent while nickels out.
All right, that is my tune, Gaspin. That is the single of the month. Every month, every week on the show, we feature a single of the month. That's kind of confusing, but I offer a new single every every month. And so we feature it 4 times or 5 times if there's 5 weeks in a month. Does that make sense? I feel like I explained that in a really confusing way. Anyway, I'm also a musician. For those of you who don't know, I am a hip-hop artist, and I have my own music that I do, and that's a big part of my life. So I just want to kind of include one of my songs every month. And, of course, you can get it on iTunes. And that song is GASPIN, and that is also the weigh-in song on the podcast. So for those of you listening to the podcast or watching for a while, you've heard that song a few times, and now it is available on iTunes. So check it out. Again, there is a link in the show notes underneath that will take you to iTunes where you can get that 99 cents, dude. That's cheap. Hook it up. Put it in your workout playlist and have Luppy in your eardrums. Also, if you want to check out more of my music, you can do that at loopytunes.com. Loopytunes.com. All right, welcome back to the podcast. We're having a good time, and we're talking about health and fitness and what it's like to be fat and sick of it and trying to make changes and making changes. Slowly but steady, and I think that's the best way to do it. So now it is time for the pizza wars, pizza wars, pizza wars. This is the part of the show where I discuss my addiction with or my battle with pizza addiction. I am for sure a food addict, and I think my number one go-to food is cheesy, yummy pizza. And so I've been working really hard on breaking that addiction and breaking those habits of, ordering Domino's 4 times a week. And I've been doing a lot better, actually. And now that I've gotten cheese out of my diet, I have ordered pizza once or twice since then, but I've done it without cheese and with a lot of veggies, so it's a lot healthier option. I'm still eating pizza. I've been getting bread, like good ciabatta bread or Italian bread from Aldi, and then I just put like marinara sauce and a bunch of veggies on it, top it with a little oregano, bake it, and that gives me my pizza fix. I do that 2, 3, 4 times a week. Once in a while, I'll still order pizza. The cool thing, I've discovered that a lot of even the major chains do have vegan options. Papa John's especially, their crust and sauce is totally vegan. So I'm not saying like, eating Papa John's even without the pizza every day is necessarily the healthiest thing. But I think once in a while you want to order pizza, there's a way to do it without it being totally awful. You take that cheese off, you're taking all that saturated fat away. And then, you still got some oil and stuff like that in the crust or whatever, but it's a lot better than what I was doing. So I'm allowing that, like pizza with no cheese, lots of veggies. So between that and just making a lot of pizzas at home, I'm getting the pizza, that I want and crave. I eat good. I eat pizza almost every day. I eat tacos. I eat burgers, veggie burgers, I eat everything that I really like. I am not deprived in any kind of way. So, and that goes, for pizza as well. So I'm eating pizza. I am just finding healthier ways to do it. This has been a big struggle for me. This last couple months has been hard. I've really been trying to get better at this, but I kept falling into bad habits, and but I knew I just wasn't going to give up, and I kept fighting it and thinking about it and talking to people about it, and I found some ways to get my fix in a healthier way. So I am happy to report another victory in the Pizza Wars this week. And this was a big one. This week it's Pizza 0, Luppy 4. 4-0. 4-0. Can you see it? Can you feel it? Huh? 4-0, man. That's awesome. That's a couple weeks in a row now where I've had victory big time. And I just feel like I'm getting a little bit of a handle on it, I got to stay vigilant. There's still times it's tempting, I still got to keep working on it. but I feel like I'm making better decisions now. I'm making it a healthier option, and I'm getting food I like. And the cheese thing, once at first, I know people think pizza without cheese, that's insane. It's not, man. A lot of the flavor that we like from pizza comes from the sauce, not the cheese. The cheese is mostly texture, a textural thing, and of course some taste too. But I'm telling you, man, you do it the first time, it's kind of weird. You're like, this is weird without cheese. Second time, you're like, this is still really good. And third, fourth, fifth time, you're just like, I don't really even miss the cheese. Especially when you know what the cheese does to your health and how it makes you feel and all that fat, saturated fat. There's nothing good going on there. So once you kind of get your head around that and you feel really good about it, you don't even notice the cheese being gone. And so I'm happy to eat pizza all the time. No cheese, lots of veggies, and I'm winning the pizza wars. So that is awesome. All right. Well, let's move on to our health fact of the day. Every week on the show, I look up a health fact on the internet, and I don't research it at all. I just write it down and say it to you. So maybe do your own research. But I do find things that seem to make kind of sense, at least with what we're talking about and everything. So this week, the health fact is taking photos interferes with your memory of an event. So when you're taking photos, it actually interferes with what you're going to remember from the event. And you just think about that, it makes sense. You spend all your time trying to get your camera right and getting the flash on and finding the right angle, and you're missing what's really going on. So I know this is totally random and had nothing to do with what we were talking about today, but I just thought it was interesting, and I just wanted to talk about it and encourage you to do this. So our challenge of the week is this. Next time you have a big event, something that you would normally use your phone and take pictures of, I want you to put down your phone and just enjoy the event. When smartphones came out, I was just as bad as anybody. I used to have to take pictures and document everything. And then I realized I never look at the pictures. Never. I never look at them. So I'm like, why am I doing this, spending all this energy on this when and it's taking your attention away? How many times you've been watching fireworks and you're like, oh, I got to get the perfect picture. Oh, I got to get the perfect picture. You're missing the whole show, man. And then you never even look at those pictures. I never do. So next event you go to, put your phone down and just enjoy it, whether it's fireworks or a sunset or a birthday party or whatever. Just enjoy it and take it all in. That's the pictures in your mind are what really is important, not the pictures on your phone that you're going to sync to your computer, put in some folder, and then never look at. So that's my challenge to you, is put your phone down once in a while and take it in. Just take it all in. All right. Well, that is our show for the week. It was a little bit of a short one this week, but all the same, I think we talked about some good stuff, and I'm really glad you guys tuned in and hung out with me for this time. Make sure you comment down below. There's a place to comment. Please leave me a comment, and if you like the video, go ahead and like it. If you're on YouTube, hit the old thumbs up. Also, be sure to share your story with me. If you're going through something and something's resonating with you, please feel free to reach out. And I am here not just to talk about myself, but I want this to be a place where you can get encouragement as well, and know that you're not alone. And so anytime you need to chat, you can hit me up on Twitter or Facebook. Or email. Again, the email is livingloopy@gmail.com. Twitter is livingloopy, and Facebook is facebook.com/livingloopy. So, come say hi. All right. I'm proud of you guys. I want you to know that. I mean, life is pretty good. Don't forget that, how awesome it is. This is a great time to go outside. Just look up in the air, look at the clouds and the sunset, and just take it all in and realize life is awesome, and it's what you make it, and you have a chance to make it awesome. So start today. Stop wasting time. Whatever you're miserable about, deal with it and make your life awesome. You have the power to do that. All right? So it's going to be a good week. I'll see you next week. All right. For more information, go to www.livingloopy.com. Be sure to head over to iTunes, subscribe, rate, and review. We'll see you next week on the Living Loopy Podcast.